What's going on, guys? Ted from Immersion here. I'm back at PAX Unplugged 2019. I'm at the Wizkids booth, and there are a whole bunch of really cool things we're going to talk about right here. But why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves, let people know who you are with the company and kind of what's going on.
Hey, I'm Alex Tessmer. I'm a product manager here at Wizkids, and I work on all of our RPG lines. So these Warlock Tiles, all of the D&D minis, all that stuff is what I work on.
Okay, so here at Unplugged, you guys have obviously a lot of new stuff. The Warlock Tiles, we'll start there. They were just announced rather. And we've got the advanced set here. There's two sets. Why don't we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we have two different versions of the sets. There's the advanced set for $99.99 and the starter set for $49.99. So the advanced set has everything you see on this table, about 26 of these tiles, 4 of the big tiles, 2 of the long tiles, everything you need to kind of set up your perfect dungeon. And then the $49.99 version, the standard starter, has a little bit less stuff, but still enough to make a quick, easy dungeon for your players to play in.
And I think we talked about them. They do all have these little click lock pieces to click. Again, I'll zoom in on these later, but to click your pieces together so you don't have to worry about them coming apart. And those are just push, compress to click together, and then just pull apart. And both sides of the tiles, they're stone on one side, wood floors on the other, so you can do tavern or dungeon if you wanted.
Yep.
And you said these are all injected plastic?
Yep, they're all injected plastic. We're actually going to be having a third set come out also in June when these all release, and that's going to have like a more village feel with like stucco walls and thatch roof cottages.
So I guess while we're talking about this, you guys have made minis for forever. And you've done the spell effects in the past, the small set of those, and I know we're going to talk about some more in a little bit. But what was the thought process to jump to actually making terrain pieces rather than just accessories to accentuate existing terrain?
So we really had a lot of fun making all those terrain pieces, and we always thought, terrain is great, but it's never very modular and it's not very easy to like move around. So we said, well, what would be a great way to solve that? And we thought, making nice 2x2 tiles that you can just click together and putting them in a nice carrying case and just making it so it's easy for you to set up dungeons for your players and change them on the fly, which would be a cool, unique new way of doing tiles at a really great price point.
So again, obviously this is probably a future conversation, but if this goes really well, which I assume it will just from what I've seen here at the booth, are we thinking about possibly doing terrain that's not just dungeon based, maybe cavern or outside? I know it's probably early and you probably can't talk about it if you can, but maybe.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If this does well, we would totally be interested in doing that, possibly even sci-fi in the future. Right now we don't have any plans, but of course we're always trying to do something new. We're always trying to do something fun. So if these really take off, we'd be glad to do that too.
So you do have a new set of minis. We have a box of them over here, an opened box of the brand new Mordenkainen and Volo's. Is it Volo's and Mordenkainen's foes? I've been saying it backwards every time. But these are your standard, kind of blind box. You're going to buy them. You're going to get one larger mini and 3 smaller minis. Was this all in one box?
This is one box.
Okay. So this is what. So it's one larger mini. Now, are they still like the large size?
Yes. This only has larges. These only have larges as the biggest. There are no huges in this one. So this Venom Troll is the biggest you're going to be getting.
Okay. And we have some demons with names that I don't like to pronounce. We have a Knoll here, though, and like this really sweet Gith one where it's casting. It actually was 2 pieces, casting. It looks like maybe a shield spell or something to deflect an arrow. What's your favorite mini from this set?
It is absolutely the Githrazi. The spell effect is so cool. It comes out so you can just have her standing if you want to do that. And also just the effect on her cloak as well is just really beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a transparent kind of pinkish color. It's very cool. So this is now available?
Yeah, this just came out this past Wednesday, so you can pick this up at your local game store.
And as per every WizKids brick release or box release, there is a case incentive with this as well.
Yeah, and it is the brain from the Mind Flayers.
Oh my god.
Yeah. In his brine pool.
Now, does this come, is it just the brain, or I think there's other pieces that come alongside it?
So the Elder Brain set comes with this Elder Brain, and it also comes with 6 stalagmites to kind of set up the lair.
This, I can't wait. I will be doing a review of these in the future with a close-up on these, but this is a beautiful sculpt. I mean, you got the translucent in the pool in the bottom. Very nice. So you brought that other piece.
Yes. And this is just another fun one. We did a trapper that minis can fit in, so I just wanted to show off that a mini can fit in and get trapped when you're going through a dungeon.
And it's funny how the pattern on that floor looks remarkably close to the Warlock tile floor pattern.
I mean, it is completely new. It's not the same, but obviously we used it as an inspiration when we did it.
So on top of all this stuff, we do have new spell effects, which I was just learning about today. So we had done in the past, we did the wall of fire, kind of wall of ice, and then we had a couple of random other spell effects. But it looks like now you've got a whole brand new set of things.
Yeah. So we wanted to make even more spell effects. So this is more in the line of what we did in the past. So these are the Mighty Conjurations. So we have things, like the Flaming Sphere and Rope Trick. We have the Earthen Grasp, Bones of the Earth. We have this enormous Force Cage that you can drop on your players. We have Liamon's Tiny Hut if people are doing a short rest, things like that. And then at the same time, we also wanted to do more spell effects that were useful for your game. So we also wanted to do templates for spells.
Oh, okay, so that's what those are.
Yes. So for those, we have things like, Fireball, and that is the exact radius of a fireball spell.
See, and this, I like this. It's gonna fit on anything if you're doing a battle map, if you're doing terrain, and you can go up over walls and things. But it's nicer than just a flat pack piece of plastic. Because one, I mean, if you do have an open area, you can just drop it down and see. But it just looks cool. I mean, it's got the fire effect. So what other templates do you have besides Fireball?
So we have, I believe this is Fey Guardian.
Oh, okay.
Or Angelic Guardian. That's probably Angelic.
Yeah, I see.
And then if you are a druid, we have Moonbeam. That's an important one.
Look at that! Oh man, and it's got even these are well thought out. I mean, that's what I come to expect from Wizkids, but these look fantastic. Now these are not out yet.
No, both of the spell effect sets are coming out next February.
Okay. So February for spell effects and Warlock Tiles were when?
June.
Okay, so a lot coming out from Wizkids between now and the next time we're going to talk, probably at Gen Con. So a lot of really good stuff. I don't know, anything else you want to say to the people?
No, I'm just like, thanks so much for loving our products. Everyone who's been coming up has been great, and we look forward to making more cool stuff that you guys enjoy.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you guys at the next one.